power.
Because they used to have, they used to be one of very few on the technology to broadcast
Yes.
to a wide community.
Yes.
But
We
that's
didn't have good
diminished with
cameras. We
technology.
didn't have good cameras.
Or
you know,
cameras at all.
Cameras at all. Yeah, it was only photographers that initially had some mechanical cameras.
And even then, if you
black and white.
put it on camera, you couldn't then spread onto the internet. Because
Yes.
that wasn't really a thing.
Yes.
It's interesting actually.
So that's what makes the game different. And that's why you can see a momentum. There is a shift in momentum. There is they call it like there is a
Tectonic.
between the politicians are there and the people are here, so they're not on level term. There's a shift, right? Because the people see something, you're telling them a different story. They're like, what the?
Yeah, you can't.
Oh,
Like in the past, if you said the Earth was flat in the past,
we all just
you all
agree.
believe.
You all believe.
Because you've got no way of proving
Yes,
it, you know.
exactly. But now
It doesn't pass.
you can't say things like that and get away with it anymore. Why? Because of social media, because of the power of the gadgets that we got, the sophistication of the gadgets that we got, and job as a journalist, the bloody dead kind of.
It's a dying breed.
Yes, it's a dying thing. Somebody's got to acknowledge that.
Everyone's a journalist.
It reminds me of the CD player or the CD thing. It's a dying trend. Because at some point, you're not going to need journalists like that anymore.
You're not going to
Because
need
people are
any
losing
special
trust.
training.
Yeah, special training to do that. Because people...
Because everyone's doing it.
Yeah, everyone's doing it. See this guy here, everyone... Look, this guy was a comedian. The guy that is getting dragged in the mud because...
Is it Russell Brand?
Yeah, it's Russell Brand or something. I don't think he's got any journalism training. I don't know.
No.
But a lot of people like that, they have their own media and they built themselves up. They made, you know, they trained themselves up, and they're not different to the guy you see on Sky or whatever. You know, so soon that diploma will be crap. They have to think about something else. So
just fade in the size, please.
He lives security Wednesday, and honestly, there was an Irish. I don't know whether you've seen that video. This Irish MP was speaking to the Israeli ambassador in a parliament committee or whatever. He's saying to the guy, "You think we are stupid? You're saying that you want peace, but you're building settlement every day. You don't allow even basic right. I was there. That's apartheid. That's slave. That's colonization in the 21st century. The hunger of people there. What you need?
Sorry, I'll just wait here for a bit, please.
Okay. I thought it was warm outside.
Oh my God.
No, not warm outside. So the guy told him point blank. He said, "You deny basic right. When you came here to this country, did they make you pass on a special route? No. In Gaza, you have one for the Palestinian and Arabs, one route for them, and the one for Israeli and Europeans. You understand? And nobody says that. Nobody's allowed to say that without being called anti-Semitic or whatever, you know, name you want.
Kind of,
Yeah. And those lobbies, they were big. They're still powerful and stuff. But it's just that now, the condemnation used to go through the standard, what you call it, the old media, what do you call it again, like the BBC and stuff. Those media used to go there. This guy said these was that's something like they would say this to America or
and
this
can
and that.
control that.
Yeah. They could control that, you know. But now they really can't, because if they post that, they'll have to make sure that they off the comments on the video, right? Because they don't want. They want the information to be digested as such. We're in a dictatorship. We don't care what people think. No, not quite that, because they know if they leave it open, that door open, they will end up just taking that video down. So we can't say forever. How can an Israeli say that we're going to eradicate Hamas? How can somebody with a tiny little brain, even a common bird, would say that? Someone with a bit of brain, how can you conceive that? Because I'm going to give you a parallel. The parallel is Greater Manchester Police, the head of the police in Manchester, for example, or the head of New York Police, stepping up and saying to people, well, from now on, I'm going to eradicate burglaries.
Come on, stay here now.
Good luck.
Or from now on, I'm going to eradicate drugs. It's impossible. You have to be extremely stupid to believe that this mission that I'm assigning myself is actually doable. It's possible. It's not possible. You cannot eradicate Hamas. It's impossible. Well, to eradicate Hamas, you have to wipe out the whole place. Well, but still, you've got Hamas outside of Palestine. You've got them in Beirut. You've got them in, even people who support Hamas even here. So how do you eradicate Hamas? So it's such a dull and stupid kind of statement to make. It's not common. They make it on the news. They say, we're doing this war. We've got to. No. You don't have to do this war. You don't. You don't have. It's not a war. You don't have to revenge yourself. Let's call a cat a cat. Because that's what it is. You don't have to revenge yourself. You just have to understand that this path that you've been on is not going to lead to peace, to anything. It's just going to be war and war and war. In my whole life, like every 2 years, you have to expect a war, something kicking off from that side there. Every 2 years, something has to happen there. Somebody has to call somebody's name, or somebody has to slap somebody, somebody has to throw something at somebody, and then it all goes off. You know, it's a full-on war for 1 or 2 or 3 days, and then they will say to you that we've reached all our aims. Last time they said they destroy all the tunnels, didn't they? Well, that's what they say after every war. They say we've destroyed all the tunnels. So from the word that they had, see how deception works. The word that they give you at first, which is the original target, which is we got to eradicate Hamas, is going to end up be like at the end when they come out and say we're going to withdraw now from Palestine. They say we've given significant damage to Hamas. So from we're going to kill them, eradicate them, you're going to go, we've destroyed all the infrastructure, we've done this, done that. Well, by yourself another 2 years of peace.
And you're back in
and then you're back in the same situation again. So it's crazy how you keep, he said, you're talking about peace. Why you keep going and taking territories and the government and the army are supporting the settlers? Still running a settler kind of scheme where people are allowed to go and take land from these Arab guys and just live there. You know, occupation does not work and will never ever work. You tell me one war in the world where occupation has worked. I think this is the only one that everybody knows anyway. That's still resisting occupation, or what? That's still dealing with occupation, but you can see how bloody it is to try and maintain such a situation. I mean, you keep it's crazy. I don't know that you keep somebody in a situation where it's almost suffocating. It's not even breathing. He's got no house. He's got no this. He's got nothing to lose. So why do you think he's not gonna? But he's got nothing to lose anyway. He's gonna die somehow. Even like what they call like a bullet that was aimed for somebody else will get to him. An Al Jazeera journalist died there like that. She was filming, or she wasn't part of the show, but she got killed, and people get killed like that all the time. So here, this Palestinian guy is looking at the situation and saying, "Shit, I've got no job." Right? But then the social media can show me how people live nicely over there. The social media can see how people live nicely in America, in France, in this and that. You see how social media, again, the phone, the technology comes in to beat the narrative and try and bring the truth. You see? So he can see that. That's one thing. He's got two choices that they're giving him. They say you get out and go in exile, or you stay there and you shut up. Well, he said, I'm going to stay here, but I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to make as much noise. Yeah, I'm going to make as much noise as possible, and I'm going to make you feel the discomfort that I feel, the misery, the hell that I live, right? So now you say, okay, we're going to go there and bomb. We're going to bomb the place up. So you do bomb it up. Then what you see bloody kids being carried to the hospital, bloody grandparents. Don't worry about the grandparents. They've lived this all their life. But that bloody kid there, who's he going to become? Hamas. He's going to become Hamas. There's no, he's seen the suffering. There's no two ways there. So you're saying you're going to eradicate these old Hamas guys, like the 30s and stuff. But what about those babies? I think you need to eradicate them too. Right? But as I said, yeah, but where is the limit? Where do you stop? Because you can't. Because Hamas is all over the world. Hamas is in the UK. Hamas could even be here in Manchester. It's just people, aren't they? People who have a history. And I believe there's some Palestinian refugees here. Yeah. So why are they here? Everybody wants to go back to their homeland. Everyone wants to, go back where they feel comfortable and they feel like a sense of belonging, a sense of respect, a sense of like living, like they actually live. In Gaza there, people don't live there. No. People are fighting. I don't even know what they're fighting. They're fighting constantly. They're fighting every day. They're fighting all the time.
The objective of the war probably goes.
Huh?
I'm saying at some point the objective of the war probably goes.
The objective?
Yeah, as in like people
there are two options. Either they give them their own state, which looks like they don't want to do, or they incorporate them into a state. Now, there's the $1 million question. What's that state going to be called? Right? Because I can see some guys over there saying, I don't want to be in a state of Israel, because that state there is the one that tortured us for so long, that it's got to be a different name. But anyway, Israelis are not that, they're not that kind of optimistic about this, saying that we're going to welcome that as a solution. No, they refuse to give the land, the country, their own state, which they've signed. They signed a deal some time ago. There, I remember I was still like in college or something, and I remember Yasser Arafat and the other Jewish prime minister going into a house in this place, this retreat for American president, where they always go. They have like a retreat there. It's not the White House, but it's a place where they go and relax, but they're still working there. I forgot the name. It's very, very famous. They didn't want to go in. So there were the two of them. Who goes in first? They just like one pushing the other one, and then the American president just pushed both of them inside. That's a video that you can find online. You can find that video there, but I don't know. I don't know whether it was Bush or it was Clinton, but it's one of those guys. And I'll tell you something. I used to think that Trump can solve the situation, but he came in there and did his own. He gave Jerusalem to, literally, he moved the embassy from one city to the other one, the disputed land, kind of making it official that belongs to the Jewish, and that was a bad move. Huh?
I think that was him picking sides as well.
Well, America has always picked sides. But you don't make it so obvious. You don't make it so blatant.
Yeah, but that's Donald Trump, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's him by nature. He's not known for subtlety, is he?
Well, for me, my opinion could be controversial, but I think, looking at this whole situation, I've now come to believe that this situation was created with one soul, one single aim, big aim, was to control the area. Right? The reason why they want to leave it like that, well, is to try to
Benefits them.
keep, yeah. Mate, the state of Israel was created for that, to control that part of the world. America couldn't have the bases somewhere or whatever. They don't say, oh well, you know, these guys, they were massacred by the Jewish, by the German. We're gonna give them some land somehow, reparation, but with another idea on the back. It's the British, the French, and the American. In fact, the winners of the war. I don't know whether the Russians were really in that decision-making process or whatever. But at the same time they were making that decision, they were also making the decision to kind of dismantle Russia, to kind of fight, disintegrate the greater URSS that was there before.
USSR.
Yeah, and they somehow managed to do it because it's no longer as big as it was. So
Mission accomplished.
it's mission accomplished there. But now they want to go further. They want to go to Ukraine. Yeah, they want to go further there. They want to go to Ukraine, and the guy's saying, "Mate, no, it's not happening." No, I think of the people, right? Looking at this war, the one people that are the one people that will be very, very unimpressed and upset about that war, beyond, beside the Israeli and the Palestinian or whatever. Well, I don't know. It's the Ukrainian, because somehow they're getting a bit forgotten, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because they're relying a lot on us watching all the stuff that they were feeding us on, you know, on the news and stuff. But now, well, it's all about we're live in Gaza now. We're live in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
And the Ukrainians are saying, what about us? What about us? What about us, guys? What about us? Funny world.
It is a funny world. Yeah, but it's history repeating itself.
As simple as that. I don't know who entertained the idea that you're going to go somewhere and occupy anything. Not a single person on the planet can tell you that in the 21st century that you can go somewhere and occupy. Look, they're doing a grand invasion there, right? I bet you they're going to lose at least 500 soldiers there. 500 soldiers are going to die. And those hostages, more than half of them will also die. If they manage to put their hands on some hostages, maybe about 10 or 20, insignificant. The 100, it's 150 they say, but well over 100, the number of people that have been held there. And you're there throwing bombs. You're throwing bombs at them. You know, guy said bomb does not discriminate. It doesn't.
No.
It kills everything on the way. It doesn't. No, this one is the king. This one is the prophet. This one is the. You know, it's a good guy. That's a bad guy.
Doesn't pick sides.
Yeah, it doesn't pick sides. The bomb just
Has no
destroys.
favorites.
Yeah. We'll say we have inflicted a significant defeat to Hamas. And you want me to tell you? You want me to tell you more about Hamas? Did you know that Palestinian leader that was there before, Yasser Arafat? You heard about him, right?
Yeah, I know the name.
So he's the guy who had a deal with them. Okay, he's the guy who signed the two-state kind of deal with the Israeli. Okay. Now, for years, that deal, as soon as the Israelis signed the deal, they sabotaged the deal itself. So they continue to build settlement on land that was already designed or given to the other guys. So the more they were doing it, the more they were weakening the power in the hand of that soft leader. Okay? What did that do? Created extreme, the far right, or whatever you want to call it. And the far right started slowly with his own organization that split. Like Mr. Yasser Arafat, he had they call Fatah. He's a party called Fatah. So the party started splitting, saying, "Hey, you're accepting shit. You're accepting you're too soft.
We don't agree with that.
Yeah, we don't agree with this. What do you want? We went there, we signed the thing, and look what they're doing. Oh well, the guy's always there negotiating, and you
No
know,
problem.
this is why they were playing the game with it. They were playing. That's where they wanted things to go. But now you can't have both. You can't have a strong leader there and still mistreating the people. Yeah, and the leader is just silent. It doesn't work. So the leader will get
Is that the
thrown out. So
Go on.
this is what happened slowly and slowly, right? What happened? Hamas was formed. So they started doing attacks. You know, because before it was just Fatah of Yasser Arafat, that was his party and stuff, his group. But now Hamas came out of there because that was the unique party before. So people radicalized from that party and went and created Hamas. Now Hamas, they start calling it the armed faction of the Palestinian Authority or whatever. Then when Hamas won the election, because of the number of actions, because you say negotiation does not lead us anywhere. Look, we negotiated a solution last time, and guess what? Look at what happened to it. You guys just shred and put it in the bin. You know, so negotiation doesn't lead. You only understand the power of force, like it's eye to eye. So those guys started doing attacks and stuff. So that's the way this fight is going to go now. So that weakened the Palestinian Authority, and guess what? They organized election, and the Palestinian guy was voted out. The West says, "Oh no, we can't have that. We can't have that election. These guys are terrorists. We can't have a democratic state run by terrorists. So those elections are annulled." This is democracy, pal. This is what they say. They say democracy is the power given to the majority, the people who get the majority there. But no, guess what? They just had election. There's a majority, a clear majority. But then they go, no, we can't have that. We can't have that. No. Right, okay. Have another election then. No, we don't have it. So all this time, they don't have elections. There in that country, they don't have election for the leader or for the president, for the presidency. Why? Because they don't want Hamas to win. They know who will win. So to play like a kind of safe game, they say we don't have election. But that's key part of democracy, right? That we should have elected leaders. Oh no, but Hamas is an extreme group, blah blah blah. They're terrorists. They can't be running a state. We can't have a state of terror. We can't have a state run by terrorists. Blah blah blah. Democracy, when it was defined, it never said that we don't want a state to be run by terrorists. If terrorists are so bad, they will not get voted, would they? Yeah, if terrorists were so bad, they will not get voted. So if people decide to choose and vote for terrorists despite all the bad publicity that they have or whatever, then let it be.
Yeah, but it's just a history of how America.
So they created Hamas.
Yep.
Just like that.
It was an unintended consequence of their actions.
Yes. I don't know what. Yeah. Therefore, well, we can undermine that leader all the time. It will be fine because we got a greater army. We can bomb the people. We can do this. We can do that. You say it was fine. We can do this forever, and nobody will say a thing. But man, you can't hold human being on hostage for. It requires a lot of effort. You know, physical effort. Like security effort. Number one, for them to protect themselves. The other two, a greater army kind of defense effort and stuff. It's just too much money spent there to maintain a system of domination. You're right. Yeah. To maintain a system of domination. For the sake of what? And still, you're not getting peace. After you've done all that, you're still in trouble.
thing is, what does peace mean? But their definition of peace is different to.
They're saying that their definition of peace is Palestinian not wanting to destroy Israel. Now, Israel refusing to give to Palestinians what they obtained, which is a state, a nation, in 1947 or to say 48. They don't want to give that to those guys. But they want, so they are refusing those guys the right to have their own state, to be auto-determination or whatever. And they still want those guys to recognize their own state and respect and not threaten their own state. So you can see how this is a bit weird. Let's say, oh, these guys are campaigning, they want to destroy the state of Israel. No, you are denying them the same right that you're trying to protect. That's a fair way to put that. You're denying them the same right that you're trying to protect. It's not as if they're doing something that nobody understands. So it's going to be a conflict there for generation and generation to come. Because I believe that the American and the Western world like Jews, they've been like spoiled kids, to be honest. That they've supported them and they've covered their back and stuff for so many years that people there have becomes a bit delusional and stuff. In order to believe that something like we're gonna go and eradicate Hamas. How do you do that? There's children of Hamas fighters that have like 1 month old, 2 month old, 3 month old, 5 month old. Are you gonna kill them too? No, you're not going to eradicate them. And then guess what they do? They say, okay, what they want to do, right? They want to do an exodus again, so the guys can leave the place. You hear what they said? They say everybody has to leave Gaza, so that only the fighters are left there, and they can deal with them, so they can flatten the whole thing. Yes, that is the plan. This is the plan that's not getting told loud enough or clearly enough to people. So it's not like they don't know what they're doing. That's the plan that they've got. But they've done it before. It's not a strange plan. It's not a new plan. They've done exactly that before. Every time when they had a war that went over like weeks or months, they went down, claiming they're going there to destroy Hamas infrastructure, to destroy Hamas completely. And then they go there, they bomb a few buildings, they kill a few Hamas fighters, and then they go back, they lose, because it's not sustainable for them either. No. So they go there and then they have to retreat and come out, and then they will say, oh, well, they now have to come back to this baby that they've left, which is the Jewish people, and say, this is what we've achieved. So they feel like these guys live in a fantasy world. So because they put themselves in there, because she's like a spoiled kid, they have to keep on going with it. Even if they know it doesn't work, they have to keep doing it. It gives them the sense that they're doing something. Do something rather than do nothing. But in fact, right now, they should have been doing nothing. They should have been doing nothing. They should have stayed there, mourned the death, and tried to find a way, try to act in a way that will lead to an agreement with the other party where they're going to respect each other. But they don't want to do that. They want to force those guys into a solution that suits them. Life there is terrible. Life there is terrible. It's not life. It's a constant struggle. Yes, see that. Thank you. It's a constant struggle. These guys, they don't know. They truly believe that hell is where they live. So every Palestinian do believe that they actually live in hell. So why you, as a human being who already lives in hell, is going to be scared that he's going to go to hell? I'm living in hell, Paul. I'm already there.
Rock bottom.
Their prime minister is going.
Is he?
He's got to be sacked, and that's what they do there. They change, like you guys sometimes Chelsea change managers. The guys at Chelsea and they used to change managers. That's how Israel changed the prime minister. If he does something, no, this one, there is a consensus that he is gone. He's done. If you think about this, if you say that you're going to arrest somebody for a yellow light violation or red light violation, what about the drunken guy that's driving, drink driving? It's got to be more, right? Obvious. So this is the kind of thing that he's done. I mean, like the biggest kind of failure is that looks like this, being attacked by Hamas, but he's in a position where their own policy, as a spoiled kid, as I said to you, they were made to believe for generation and generation that they have the situation under control, that we can still take land and make inferior to these people, but they will not do anything.
No.
Because they have the best technology, defense technology in the world, of blah blah blah. They brag about this all the time. Iron Dome system, blah blah blah. Okay, how did we get hacked? Explain that to me. Explain that to us. How did it happen? Well, what went wrong? They still don't understand today what went wrong.
Oh, does it not?
But ultimately, the leader has got to go. He is gone. He's going. So he's doing this war. As soon as the war finishes there, he's gone. I don't think there's any other country in the world where they have election like in Israel. It's one. They've got 100. They've got about 120 members of parliament, and the ruling party usually has about 30 deputy
members.
Yeah. So they have to take a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, to form
It's not much of
a
a majority,
government.
though, is it?
So to get a majority and form a government. But then what happened? Those guys are holding them by the balls. Those little extremist parties that they have to go, they hold them by the balls. So one little mistake, they're out. You lose the majority, you're going back to election.
Yeah.
That's how it works there.
What a mess.
My wrist is really black.
Oh, my queen. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know. It's gonna be around 8 or something, but he's gotta go there. He's gotta go there much earlier. He's gotta go there much earlier. In fact, we can drop him, right, as we go to the wedding show. Ah, okay. Then you can go then. Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Fair enough. Did Judith wanted to go? She doesn't want. She doesn't want to know.
She doesn't know anyone.
And she doesn't want to know anyone.
I don't.
All right. Makes sense. All right, bye-bye. 27, 97. Right, I'm giving you once done, this is a loyalty card, right?
Mhm.
If you give us a review on Google and stuff, you get every time you do one of these things, you tag us, you use this hair, you tag us there, you get a stamp. In fact, you can shop here for free if you know how to play the game. What's your name? Rachel. Okay. On WhatsApp, that's where it works. We used to have this card printed physically, but people will forget them at home, they'll lose them, but these cost loads of money. So we're now doing it on WhatsApp only. So you have to send these to that number there on WhatsApp, and you give us a review on. We got free Facebook page. You give us a review there. That's where I get my hair from, or that's where I get my, whatever, perfumes or lashes or whatever, from. Or I've been shopping there for years. Good stuff, blah blah blah. Okay, so you can write something like that on Google or on Facebook here. If you tag a friend of yours, you can get a friend of yours to write a review. If they write a review, use your screenshot always, send it to us. But they themselves can also take that same review, send it to us, and they have their own loyalty card. So they're not doing it for nothing. Now, you tag us any number of time you want to tag us on what you do on your social, right? Every single time you get a stamp. So if you tag us 10 times when you leave this shop now, that means you've got a loyalty card worth £10, right?
Yeah.
So every time you tag us like that, you get, or if you get a friend to tag us and then you use it and send us, you get this. So you can literally shop for free without bringing any money. So this is for you there. Now, the biggest danger you've got there is that most of the time when people get this receipt, they lose it. The key on how not to lose it is to scan it now. If you lose it after it's already been scanned, it's done. Yeah. So I shall see you tagging the shop on Instagram and on TikTok. Right, those are the two that. And you can also follow us on YouTube. We are also on YouTube. Follow on YouTube. You screenshot it. You send it to us on that number there. And tell your friends they can do it too. It's not just. It doesn't stop you. It doesn't stop your chances of getting the 10 or as I said, you can just tag anything and tag us and mention us on your post and you get the points. Yeah. Okay, nobody see you now. It's the hair doctor. The hair doctors.
I follow you on that.
On the underscore. Yeah, it's the same name on TikTok.
Yeah.
Use that same name on TikTok. Yeah. Okay, no worries. So that's one way that I find, right? You have to be clever with this thing. Every time I was there, I'm like, how do I get people to put in okay, so I have to create a thing or something that gives them an incentive.
Oh, people like incentives. That's the self benefit in that.
Yes.
But
But they don't know. You don't want to make it feel obvious as to what you're getting at.
Oh yeah, of course.
So, yeah, they're looking at that. They'll be looking at that aim, at that, like objective, which is to get the freebie. Well, behind that, I'm getting something.
Oh yeah,
You know?
of course. But it's a benefit both sides. So.
Yes, you're all right, love. Are you okay?
Yeah.
I was doing that, and there's another one that I was doing, guess the price, that I've not been very consistent in doing that. But it's something that can blow up out of proportion, like you never know. So now that I've achieved the target of being live on TikTok, I can concentrate on these other targets now and get more. Why not get by the end of next month? 2,000 followers on TikTok. Why not?
Yeah.
So put yourself targets, and it could even happen earlier than that. But I'm aiming like for next month, like every month, like that. I should get like 1,000 plus 1,000 followers. You all right, love?
Yeah, this one.
What? How are you paying?
Cash.
Okay. I've not played you my favorite Amapiano music. No, I don't know if it's Amapiano or what, but you're gonna tell me what it is. It's called Ulazi.
Ulazi or
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah. It's called Ulazi, and the song is called Yeah. I don't know. Now this song literally traumatized me when I was going to South Africa, right? The bus driver was playing it non-stop.
Nice.
And I was just there like in the middle of the night, man. It was like 11 p.m., 12 p.m. at night. We're traveling there to South Africa. 798, please. You want to take some photos? I mean, this is a long day. That's more than 30 minutes. You have to really keep a good discipline on that. You don't want to be arguing on that one. Or when you leave here, you have to mark the time, the references on that one. Only one watch. That's the reference one. This is yours. Want to get your receipt there? Do you want me to give you? Did I give you that loyalty card? What's your name? I always call you that in Manila. That was comes some WhatsApp that you send this. Okay, you send that, and every time you tag this shop, you get 1 stamp. You have to take a screenshot and send it to that number there. So literally, you can shop here for free. You can have like 10, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, because it goes by 10s. See, so if you get the 10 stamps, that's 10 pounds. You don't have to use it then. You just keep building up and then come and buy whatever you choose when you're here, and then keep the balance in there, right? So it's a very good game to play that gives you instant reward. Yeah. Yes, thank you very much. You want to take the thing and take a couple of photos, small videos of what I'm doing. He doesn't mind being famous. What's this like? It's done. So you not even don't set that life up to do it. I was supposed to do it with this.
But it only lets you type up to 32
okay.
words.
Like and follow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you should have said to me. You should have said so. I just have to press allow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then what happened? Allow again.
Yeah.
And then 3, 2, 1. That's the one. So you know how many followers we've got? Probably about 850 or something. So now you got another phone. We can do this. Right. Let me see this. Is this the longest haircut that you've had? Probably. Very close to that.
Yeah, it's getting there.
It's getting there. Yeah. So this afro is almost done. Please like, share, and follow. Or if you want to book for one of these, it's 077 24 and 58. Open Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m.